everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Dakthus D&D, Heroes of Nevertale. I'm your host and DM, Gianni Plaza, and with me are my players and friends. Please, guys, introduce yourselves.
Well, here I am, Charles Rose, playing as Revan Endor.
Hello, my name is Kai-sama Alexander, and I will be playing as Baxter and
Angel Velez as playing as Silver Moon.
Alright, so, guys, this is gonna be the first episode, as we were saying, about this series of D&D, and we will be telling you a little bit about our experience with D&D. I'm gonna be DMing. I have been DMing for about 2 months or a month or so, so this is live and learn, and you guys can tell a little bit about your experiences playing D&D. So how's it been before we begin? What's your take on this, guys?
well, it's one of my first times playing this game. It's actually pretty good. I mean, I've enjoyed storytelling for quite some time, and I'm kind of excited about how this campaign is going to go.
Yes. And Carlos?
I'm kind of liking it, as long as I do it with friends. Because I don't really feel comfortable when I'm doing it with strangers.
I get you. And Angel, can you tell us a bit about your experience with D&D? Because I know you've been playing with me for a while now.
Yes, we have played a bit while. It's good, it's fun, it's calming and fun because you play and get out of what you already know and your life. You can be whatever you want in this type of stories.
That's right. D&D is an escapade, basically, and it's best when it's played with friends, with people you trust, and you can envelop yourself in this story. So without further ado, guys, what do you say if we start this story and this world? So alright, let's head on to the world of Shien. Legends are often forgotten with time, lost as books of old. These tales end up collecting dust, and eventually what became myths becomes the unknown. But some find it in themselves to unravel these mysteries of time, to bring back the light of these Nevertales. As we dive ourselves deep into the mysterious world of Shien, scoping in past the right Terra continent, which wonders of nature are of exotic origin, taking into consideration the left Aqua continent, past the north, where the frozen men of the Mavia Empire live, past the middle, where the Perser Union's influence starts expanding all the way to the south. There, in Kimor, one of the wealthiest cities stand, Starwatch City. A bustling city filled with wonders, excitement, tragedies, and best of all, the best ale in all of the South. We cannot forget its crucial defining trait. The Starwatch City is the Star City, a city visited on the daily by hundreds of travelers that stop by the Shrien's biggest constellation, Galact, to stare at its wonder, a constellation said to represent the goddess of space herself. Here, on the Star City, our story begins in the barracks of Starwatch's Citadel, where the book flips to the first pages of the story of the Heroes of Nevertale. As we get closer to this barracks, we can start hitting metal clanging against each other as swords are bashing across the air, sparks of electricity blast everywhere, and I need Baxter to describe himself.
Alright, so I'm Baxter, Anchor. I'm a Dragonborn. I'm mostly focused on medical supplies. I'm starting to study on the healing arts. So I am green. I'm more or less like a dragon, and I'm trying to reject my family tradition of being a guard inside of Star City.
And Baxter, as you're standing in front of 3 guards that are basically surrounding you, you hear a, "Not bad, Baxter, but what about if you swing your sword better?" This guy is mocking you as others are standing around you, basically engaging with you in a friendly combat.
I mean, I don't know what to do. This is not my main focus. I'm trying to study a different focus, if you know what I mean.
Oh, come on, Baxter. Your father's taught you better than this! And he basically launches himself at you with his sword. I need you, Baxter. What better way to start than to roll me for initiative? Please. You're about to battle these 3 Dragonborn men. So I'm gonna roll for initiative myself here.
Alright, 1, 2,
So there are 3 men standing right around you. So, right, I already rolled for initiative. They starting off with a natural 1.
Mostly, I'm really bad at fighting right now, so basically,
That's fine. You guys are level 1, so that's fine.
Alright.
So just roll me for your initiative and tell me what you got. I already have the initiative of these fellers here. They got pretty
9.
bad. You got 9? Don't worry.
Yeah.
I got a natural 1 with one of them, so you're fine. You're fine, trust me. And one of them got a bit high, not gonna lie. You got 9, right?
Yeah.
Alright, got you. So I'm gonna get my book here, and so the first one that's gonna begin is the guy that got 17. He got the highest, and he's gonna be the guy that's launching just in front of you. He's 10 feet in front of you, and he will charge with his scimitar and try to attack you. What's your AC? He got a. Tell me what's your AC? Armor class. Real
Armor
quick.
class?
Yes.
I've got 18.
18. All right. This guy. You're pretty high on AC. That's good. You're a paladin, right? That's good. And he got a 17. He missed by 1. He tries to charge at you with his scimitar, and basically you with your shield, your little shield, you got like a buckler shield on your hand. You bash against the sword and push him to the side, and he completely misses the attack as you deflect it.
I told you to stop trying to attack me, and this is not my main focus inside of battle.
You're pretty good, kid. I don't know why you're focused on things like medicine when us Dragonborn men are supposed to be fighting on the front lines.
Some of us trying to change.
So now it's your turn, Baxter.
Well, I'm just trying to knock him out, so...
All right.
Trying to stop, like... So I'm gonna do an unarmed strike, since I just don't want to kill the guy.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
put roll for unarmed strike.
Yes, that's
So
right.
1d. Sorry about that. 1d3.
Don't worry.
So it's I got a natural 3.
Natural 3. That's nice. Natural 3 plus. What's your you have a plus?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. That is natural 3 plus 4. That doesn't hit.
7.
They have pretty low AC, but that doesn't hit. So you try to strike him, and he basically grabs your hand, looks at you in the face, and looks at your amulet. The amulet you're wearing. Says, "Fancy that? Bet that would fetch a good price on the market, kid."
It's not for sale. It's from my mother when she died a long time ago.
All right. You take your hand off of him and start like walking a little bit back on guard for the next attack. So this other guy, the one on your left, this other Dragonborn, will try to launch himself at you with his scimitar as well. So let's see if it hits. That's gonna be 13 plus 4. That doesn't hit. Another 17. That doesn't hit at all. By 1. So this one launches against you. Now they're 5 feet from you. This one launches against you, and you again take your shield up, and boom, it bangs against it, and they're not able to attack. And he's like, "Not bad, kid. You got good reflexes." Now,
I'm trying. I told you, I'm trying. This in dueling, in combat. This is not my focus.
better start preparing ourselves. It won't only be a matter of time before Lord Ash sends you to battle for her. Now it's the turn of the third one. Oh, I'm getting really bad rolls here. He got a 16. This one launches against you, and you don't block with the shield since he's coming from your right. You actually push him with your hand. You push the sword from the hilt up, and then you push him with your hand away from you as he tries to gasp for air. And he remains at 5 feet from you.
I told you guys to stop trying to attack me because I'm not in the mood to fight. I don't want this. I don't want to fight.
The guy in front of you, basically he's shaking with a bit of anger now. You see anger in his eyes as he grabs this, just basically throws the sword away and prepares with his fist. And he's gonna do an unarmed strike. He's gonna punch you, basically a jab to your temple. to your temple basically. So he's gonna go. He got a 17, natural 17 plus 4. That hits on this case, and he gets for unarmed strike. Here we go. Here we go. He only does 2 damage. So he basically hits you on the temple, and you basically start losing focus. Your vision starts getting blurry, and you take 2 damage from that.
Hell, man! Why did you hit me?
Come on, square up, kid. And he stands in front of you.
Okay, so now I get a little bit
It's
serious.
your turn, yeah.
I get a little bit serious. So I actually get out my short sword and decide to
Ooh,
strike.
yes. All right. So for damage, to hit. Sorry.
So to hit, I get 1d20.
That's 1d20 plus 4 for you.
I got 14.
That hits. Definitely hits. Who are you gonna attack?
Alright.
The one in front of you, or right or left?
Well, the one that punched me in the.
Yes, that's the one in front of you. So you will attack with your sword sword. How do you attack him, and what? And throw me for damage, please.
I'm gonna throw you for damage. I'm gonna do 7. I swing the sword at him, and I mostly just hit him for not so strong in the face, not to kill him, but I
Alright.
strike him in the chest.
All right. So the damage. All right. How much did you get for damage?
Oh, 7.
Ooh. All right. So as you swing your sword basically at his chest, you swing. You break open his leather armor, and he starts bleeding a little bit, and he falls to the floor unconscious now. As he's basically not unconscious, but he's there, unable to get up again, and he's grunting in pain. So this guy's out. You got him.
Okay, so
And
can I do a intimidation?
oh
so I
sure,
can,
you can
yeah, like,
intimidate. Yeah. Who are you gonna
like,
intimidate? The
make
guys
them flee?
remaining?
Yeah.
What do you tell them?
If you don't want this to happen to any of you, because it could get a little bit worse.
They're like kind of stepping back, holding their swords up. Their swords up. Throw me for intimidation. Let's see if you get them.
I got 19.
They definitely they throw their swords away. They grab the guy that's on the floor, like, come on, let's get out of here. This is the son of the great knight, man. We cannot be messing with him. And the guy in the middle looks at you, tells you, just listen to this kid. Your father, he left you a great legacy behind. You shouldn't be wasting your time looking for to be a doctor. You should be fighting with us. We should stand together. We're from the Noriax tribe. Do not taint the name.
So I just sit back and like just side him, like just giving a stare, and just just watch them leave.
And they just leave, basically dragging the other guy as he stumbles
Just sat down again.
and leave the room. You're victorious. You intimidated them. So I didn't expect that. Nice one. So they get out of the way, and you suddenly hear a knocking from the door on your right that leads to the outside of the barracks, and you see a young man with black trousers, a little fedora hat, a little leather jacket, standing there. Are you Baxter? Baxter Achor?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm sorry to interrupt. He basically bows down, looks at you again. He's shaking, a little bit nervous. He tells you, Lord Atch wants to see you. She wants you to come to the Star Citadel. And I don't want to interrupt you, but the carriage is waiting outside. So if we may?
Lead the way.
All right. You exit down the stairs of the barrack, this long stairs, and you see outside this carriage being driven by a horse, this wooden carriage. As you guys board it, Larry gets on the front, this little boy gets on the front, and you guys, he basically starts the engines, he starts the horses, they lead the way, and you guys leave this cobblestone path. Now, the camera pans away as we basically get in our panorama this big mansion made of wood and cobblestone, and basically around the pavement of the mansion we get various statues of what appear to be men with long coats, long tunics, wearing books, some wearing orbs, some grabbing, some grabbing books, and as we go inside, we see a man basically writing a book and reading various books that he has on his shelf. And I want Revan to describe himself, please.
Why, hello there. My name is Revan Endor. Most people may know me as the noble of House Endor, but in actuality, I do have another job, which may or may not be revealed in the future.
All right. So, as you hear a knocking on your door frame, which you left open, you turn around and see your sister standing there. This girl with white pants, tight white pants, a little vest of leather, and short hair, short raven hair, just as yours, and blue eyes that stare at you. Brother, father's waiting at the dinner table. He wants you to hurry up there and eat soon. Please.
Very well, let's go.
All right. You stand up, you follow your sister, and you guys sit at this long table filled with different foods, from pork to different exotic salads to lobster. You sit down with your father, this tall man with a large tunic, black and golden tunic, as he basically is reading on a book. As you sit down, he closes his book, looks at at your mother, his wife, which is wearing a white dress, a white and red dress. She nods at him and looks at you. You sit down and you start to eat. Your father looks at you. So, Revan, you took on that job, huh? How's it going with Lord Ash, with your little spy job?
We've made some progress, but, well, I would be lying if I said I weren't too disappointed.
I'm glad you're working with her, but know this. Lord Ash is not to be trusted, if you know what I mean.
I know.
We, the Endor family, must look for each other first, and then the rest. You work for her for now, kid. But after that, I have jobs for you too.
I understand, father.
Your mother basically just fiddling around with her food, looks at you, kind of doesn't raise her head, just with her eyes, and tells you, you know, Revan, this job might be a little bit dangerous for you. I don't know if you should keep on it, woman.
Mother, life is dangerous. If no one will do this job, then who will?
Maybe someone that's not you. Your sister basically mocks you and takes a bite from her pork and starts eating. Son, I want you, after you're done eating, to accompany me to the library if you're free, if you don't have anything to do.
I'm free. I can accompany you for now.
So you start eating. You all feast on this delicious meal that prepared Montgomery. Montgomery is your butler, and basically he prepared it for you guys with the other kitchen staff that you guys have. And as you guys are done eating, you stand up and follow your father to the library. This huge library, several feet tall, with various books around in basically a spiral. So he's walking around, looking for something. I have something for you. I believe I left it here somewhere. It's a family hair, and I believe it will assist you on your missions. He basically starts caressing the books as he stops. Here it is. He pushes a book back, and the book basically, like a contraption, it pulls itself back and then to the side, to the right, disappearing completely, and there is left a little orb with a fire wisp inside, crackling. He takes it, and the book comes back to its place. He turns it around and stares at you. This is, we call it, the gate. Take it. He hands it over at you. Its powers are unknown, depends on the wielder. But we have a saying, from fire we are born, and our family is a family of fire. This orb has contained this fire magic for a long time. So take it well, and maybe the magic might take shape into that which you care the most. Hands it over at you.
I understand, Father. Thank you for this gift.
Suddenly, you hear a knocking on the door, and your butler there with his butler outfit. His little black pants, black boots. Sorry, did I say it like that? Boots. His a black jacket with a white shirt, and he looks at you. Sir Endor, you have a guest. He's waiting at you for you at the door. If you might accompany me, sir, please.
Sure. Though I don't remember having any guests.
They say to be looking for young Endor, a little skinny man with a dragon on his side, and he seems to have come with word from Lord Ash.
Oh, so that's what it is. Sure, let's go.
Alright. You accompany your butler outside as you basically pass through your dining hall again. Your sister and your mother look at you with your mother with worried eyes, and your sister just with a grin on her face. You go past the dining hall, the lobby room, and then you finally reach the frontage of your mansion. There on the cart you see this skinny man stand on the carriage. You see the skinny man standing in front of it, and a dragonborn with his arm crossed basically on the back of the carriage. The skinny man looks at you and says, "Oh, you must be Endor, right?"
Yes, that's me. How about you be?
My name's Larry. Oh, you can call me Rocker. I come with news from Lord Ash. He told me that she really needed you, and this young man, young dragonborn here, she has a mission for you guys.
Alright, let's go.
You board the carriage, and Rocker basically boards the front of the carriage, hits on the horses, and you guys are once more on your way. As you're passing through the streets of the city, you see this bustling city. You see a lot of people walking around from many different races. You see elves, you see other dragonborns, you see humans, you see halflings, you see dwarves just walking around minding their own business. Some are just passing by with their families, some are with friends, some are on a local bar sitting down having a drink. After all, this city has the best ale in the south, and you guys are just passing through, and I need you guys, both of you, Revan and Baxter, to throw me a perception check, please.
Perception check.
Perception check.
Got 3.
Alright, you don't see this. Let's see if Revan, because this is for you both, let's see if Revan can save it for you both. Ooh, you got 16. You needed 15, so Revan, you basically start looking around, and from one of the sidewalks you see basically this woman on a long and puffy white dress, and you see white dress with short sleeves. You see her holding a basket, and the basket has bread on it, and a little, basically a little hat from those that bakers wear. So she has a little hat, white hat, and she, as you stare at her basically with curious eyes, she stares back at you, and you basically caught her attention as he's now directing herself towards your carriage. And you guys can talk to each other at this point. Baxter and Revan, you have something to say to each other, as this is the first time you've seen each other.
Well, so this is the Dragonborn I've heard talk so much about.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the rich man that lives in the mansion.
What do you mean, rich man? I'm a noble.
You're a noble. Nice, interesting. I am Baxter Achor. I'm a dragonborn trying to change the legacy of my family. Trying
Change
to
the
become a
legacy
king.
of your family? So you're trying not to be a warrior, that is.
Yes, exactly. As you can see, us dragonborns been seen from ages as guards inside of Star City. I'm trying to change this.
That's interesting. I've never heard of such Dragonborn doing such thing before. Well, my name is Revan Endor.
Good. So, what do you do for a living?
Well, as a noble, I do various things amongst those of high nobility, amongst those that govern. But, well, let's just say I do other work for Lord Ash.
You suddenly hear a hand basically fall on the wood of your carriage, basically on what's holding you guys in, and that hand falls, and it's the baker holding her basket of bread. She tells you guys, you must be the boys that Lord Ash sent to look for.
That's right.
Indeed.
She left this for you guys. She puts her hand on the basket of bread. Here it is, and you see that she takes the hand very to the bottom of her basket, almost as if this basket is deeper than it looks like. And she takes three bottles of potions, basically this flask that hold red liquid on them. She hands it to you guys. This is potions that Lord Ash told me to give you guys, and she hands it to Revan, the 3 potions. So you can put that in your inventory. And she puts her hand again on her basket. And 3 more for the big Dragonborn here. And she hands it to you, Baxter.
Thank you.
You guys can visit my bakery if you need more supplies. And I'll be sure to give you what you need. And
Can I throw for investigations to know what are the components inside? Like how much does it heal?
sure, you can do
Or-
that. Yes.
Okay. Is that I'm interested in how much does it?
Yes. Throw me an investigation. Or medicine. Throw me medicine.
Medicine?
Yeah,
Oh.
medicine.
7. Can
So you
see.
kind of, you haven't seen one of this specifically before. Her handcraft is unknown to you, and you just basically swirl it around the bottle of potion and of healing potion, and you are confused. You're like, okay. So you
Why
cannot
don't I
really
give it
figure
a
it
go?
out. Sure, you can give it a go too. Yeah, so you basically hold your hand closer to the bottom. You ask for it to Baxter as you see him inspecting it. And you have seen this before actually. Your family is pretty close with this baker's woman, and you've seen her handcraft before, and you know that this is basically for this to be made. She used common materials. Common flowers, common ingredients, so this will only heal, mechanically speaking, 2d4 plus your constitution, but you know as a character that this heals for not just enough for you guys. So it will be good.
Alright.
And it's legit a potion, not poison as I was about to say. So you see that she walks away from the carriage and invites you guys to go to her baker after you're done, to the bakery after you're done with your mission. My name's Petra.
While we're walking, I just want to say, Raven, you're good at this healer potions. I'm starting to this career as a doctor, but I think I can learn a few things from you too.
Well, we can all learn things from everyone.
Alright. Okay, you can continue, Yanni, sorry.
No, that's fine. My name's Petra. If you want to stop by the bakery and get some supplies later, you can do so. I'll be there every time, every moment of the day, till the store opens, till the store closes. So, good travels. And she walks away. You guys keep going through your this cobblestone streets. As you see in front of you, it reveals itself, the Star Citadel, this huge structure made of stone. And as you guys get close to it, this gate opens, and you guys are left inside. as Revan, you haven't seen this before. Baxter, you know it, but Revan, you see basically even more Dragonborn patrolmen than before that Lord Ash has appointed to guard her citadel. So you start seeing all of this, all of them, all the guards, all the patrolmen are Dragonborn at this point. None of them before there were humans. Before the last time you were here, there were humans, there were elves. Now it's only Dragonborns. And humans and elves and any other race is not here present anymore on the patrolmen. So you start heading inside. And
This certainly is strange.
you guys stop in the front of the stairs that lead upwards to the entrance of the citadel, and you guys get off. Larry gets off and tells you guys, I'm not supposed to be inside, I think, so I'll leave you guys be, and if you need me, I'll be here waiting for you guys. Go in, Lord Ash is waiting for you.
Alright, let's head inside.
Might as well.
I just made this scythe because I know people inside the
Yes.
guards.
You start
I
hearing the
know.
shattering of the Dragonborn as they see you, like, and if you wanna know what they're saying, please throw me a perception. But they're basically giving you the stink eye and talking amongst each other in whispers.
Alright, perception.
Yes, perception. Give me a second, real quick. Here it is.
Mate. I can hear them.
You.
I mean, can I just like hear like they're talking about me, but not.
You figure out they're talking about you, and they seem like they are talking about you, but you can't really you hear scattered words like basically father at the legacy and stuff like that, so you can put together that they are talking about you and who you should really be, but you don't know exactly what they are saying about you.
Alright.
You actually hear Richter amongst those words, so they're directly talking about, So,
my father.
yes. As you guys step inside, the Dragonborn men open the gates for you guys to enter the citadel. You guys go inside, and Revan, this is even bigger than your mansion, this lobby room of theirs, decored with marble pillars that extend to the top of the ceiling, various chandeliers basically illuminating this hall, and
This is very expensive.
very expensive. As you guys go in, and then a Dragonborn man approaches you guys. This one looks more on heavy armor and more. He has the emblem on vigor emblem on his chest, just in the middle of his chest. He approaches you guy.
Alright, yeah.
Endor, Achor. When he says Achor, he says it a bit bitter. It's like Achor, and gives you a stink eye. I need you guys to follow me. Lord Ash will be waiting upstairs, and he walks in front of you towards the stairs in front of you guys that lead upwards another room. You guys follow him, and on top, as he opens the door for you guys, you start hearing shouts. That's the first thing you hear, like, definitely not that way! And another man, a little man, you see this little man jump on the top of this long stone table, and basically on top of a map. They appear to have a map with various little figures on top of it. If we head to this way, we might just make it before the night. And if we lead the troops through the south to the right side, we might just get what we want. And you see this young woman with long red hair and in what appears to be leather clothes, completely leathered clothes, and with a bow and arrow on her back. She pushes the little man off the table and she says, I don't agree with you. Left is our choice. It's our best choice. And not only choice, it must be mandatory. And the other woman, this big woman with an axe on her back, with a scar on her eye and wearing heavy plated armor, she says, Valentine, you're
Please,
new here.
He's just standing there watching.
You're just standing there watching all this. Valentine, you're new here. Come on, listen to Daniel. He has a lot to tell you. And they just turn around as you guys step inside the room and see you guys. And the little man heads your way and signals them to basically shush, and goes to the way of you both. You must be Endor and Ica. Yes. And he stares at you guys.
Yes, I'm Achor.
Hello.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Daniel Armstrong, and with me are my noble companions, Valentine Starr and Antoine Miller. We are from the council. So
Alright.
he introduces the council. What might bring you here today? He basically gives a little bow.
We've been called by
Lord Ash.
Right.
Gosh.
He bangs on his head. Right. I just said it. Oh, silly of me. I'm just a little bit nervous. We're having a discussion, and anyways, you see as Valentine, basically the younger of them. He seems a little bit old. The other woman, the tall woman, seems a little bit old too, mature. But Valentine is the only young woman there. Basically tells him to shut up as she bangs on the floor. He looks at her a little bit scared. Looks back at you guys. Sorry, I speak too much. You might have noticed. Lord Ash is on a meeting right now, but if you guys wish for an audience, then just give her about 15 minutes. She's with an important doctor inside, and you see as Antoine bangs on the table. Daniel, shut up. Sorry. If you guys want to take a seat by the side, you guys are. He points at basically two wooden chairs on the right of them.
Alright. I'll sit down.
You start hearing like they discuss a little bit more about some strategies about going somewhere, but they basically fold the map, take it away, sit down, and start quietly meddling with their own affairs. And Daniel cannot stand this silence. As you guys are silent yourselves, you notice that Daniel's shaking on his chair basically, and looks at you guys again. I'm sorry, but this silence is killing me. Who else dying to talk here? You know, the other look at him annoyed, and he's like, tough crowd, huh? He stands up from his chair, falls to the floor, and goes towards you guys. So he sits on the other chair, on the middle of you guys. You guys left a little chair just there in the middle. He sits there and stares at you guys. So, tell me a bit about yourself, please. Lord Ash has spoken a little bit about your characters, but he points at you, Endor. You seem to be from the Endor family. That's right. I've heard a lot about them.
Yes, I am.
Tell me, please, how's it living on the big mansion? I live here on the Citadel, so I can't tell you much about it. But please, let me know.
Actually, it's not as glamorous as you might think. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty good, but big mansions don't make a great family. Luckily for me, my family is very united.
I see.
Just know that having riches and wealth doesn't make you a different person.
Sounds like you've been having yourself a pretty pleasant life. What about you? He looks at you, Baxter, and he's like, what about you, Achor? I've heard all about your father. That Richard guy seems like a tough nut.
Yeah, I mean, he's commander inside of the Star City, and yeah, my family is all about the legacy about being. Well, I want to be different. I want to be a doctor.
Different? A doctor? With those muscles! And he basically gives you a little punch on the arm. With those muscles, you're gonna break a bottle making a potion, man. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want.
It's okay. It's okay.
You
It's,
can do whatever you want, boy.
That's
But
what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to do inside of my family. Change the stigmas. Change what they all think. That I don't want to be a warrior. I don't want to continue the legacy. But yeah, here we are. I'm trying to change it. So yeah.
so you basically might have heard about me. I'm from the council. We haven't met before. That's obvious. But I am Daniel Armstrand. I deal with, and he puts his hands forward, and you see crackles of electricity going from the palm of his hand. I deal with electric magic. That's my whole buff. And my friend there, he points at Valentine. She stares back at him and says, "Not friend." My companion there, not companion. All right, my workmate there is Valentine Star. She deals with the bow and arrow. She's really precise, and she raised herself on the woods, and we took her here into the Star Citadel, and she's going to be a very strong woman, but not as strong as our other woman here. He points at Antoine, the tall woman with the axe on her back. She was raised by wolves. Not really, but she was raised by a really tough family, and she knows how to wield the axe really swiftly and strong. I guess that's all I can say about her. All browns, no brains. And she looks at him and says, "I heard that." He's like, "I know you did. So, guys, I'm glad that you guys are working for Lord Ash, and maybe we can keep talking to each other now that he's gonna give you your very first mission." He basically, not just you, Baxter, and you, Revan, you've been working with her for a while. It surprises me we haven't seen each other, but that's just how it is in this bustling city, huh?
It might seem so.
All right.
Suddenly,
nice meeting you all.
suddenly the door opens, and this little, not little, but medium, little compared to you, Baxter, but just your height, Revan. This man with an eye patch, frizzled hair, and a lab coat goes outside. "I'm glad I got to meet you, Lord Ash. Perhaps we can speak at another moment." Alright, he goes outside. He skips outside with his, you notice his black trousers and his little boots. All of his clothes are ragged, basically cut or ripped. And he heads outside. "Oh, that's Dr. What am I saying? That's Dr. Colton. He's a very important doctor around here. He was just speaking with Lord Ash," Daniel tells you guys. "So that means the room's free now. You guys can head inside."
All right, let's get inside.
And let's go.
So you guys stand up. You guys head through this double door that just opened in front of you. You guys head inside, and just there, inside, you see a lot of Dragonborn man basically surrounding this temple room, or throne room, and throne room, and just on the side of the throne stands a big man on heavy plated armors, holding a javelin and a big long shield. He has a scar on his left cheek and brown long hair, as he looks at you guys with dead eyes and tells you, "Lord Ash will speak with you now, so give your reverence." He basically bangs with his javelin towards the floor, and you see this little woman enter the room, climb her throne, which is very tall. This is a tall throne, so she climbs the throne with her hands, and she fits herself on the throne and looks at you guys. You're finally here!" And this little white wolf crawls from her back onto her shoulder, so she has a little white wolf now standing on her shoulder. She looks at you guys. She has a headband, long hair, raven hair. She looks at you guys. Achor? Endor? I'm glad you could join me, as I called you. So, I have a mission for you guys. Let's make this quick. I need you guys to visit the Silver Bell Woods. She just says.
What?
You might
What
have
is that?
heard. You might have heard a little bit about it, maybe not that much, but the Silverberg Woods is where we get all our resources, and we've been receiving complaints about some animals going feral and guarding the cavern where they get the resources for us. We lost a few men there, and since I know I can count on you, Endor, for a few intel missions, and your father, she points at you, Baxter. Your father is away. He has been away for 2 months. Another mission I sent him. I need you to replace him, and I think this would be a great startup for your first mission.
But Lord Ash, pardon the interruption.
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter. I'm not. I'm not. I thought you called me because you are interested in my change in plans of being a dragonborn.
Look, we know what you are, but I know what you can be, and you hear a little, this mumbled chuckle from all the dragonborns running around, like, they just like, you started hearing it loud because they all did it, they all, chuckled at you, basically.
Guys, stop this silliness. Stop trying to do what, trying to make me be like you guys. I don't want to.
You see as the man standing beside Lord Ash just bangs his javelin on the floor. Silence! A little bit of respect to our lord! And she...
Pardon me, Lord Ash.
She puts her hand forward. Don't worry about it.
That's I think it's obvious when you try to change your ways that you're going to be met with opposition.
You whispered this at him?
I know, Raven, but these people might not understand. They're just trying to see the muscles. They're not trying to see what I'm trying to be. They're trying to change.
Don't worry about it, Achor. I understand you can take some until 2 from this mission. You're going to the Silverberg Woods. The Silverberg Woods, it's packed with exotic flora and fauna. You can find yourself at home if you go there and investigate too. But I really need you to use those muscles to help Endor here. Just this once.
Alright, Ash.
Perfect! She claps with her hands. Perfect. So, Rocker, I bet you've met him already. He was the one that took you here. Rocker will be taking you to the Silverberg Woods. And she basically jumps from her throne and falls to the ground. Yes, I think it will be suitable for you two to go alone in case you encounter these feral beasts. I want you to take one of my councilmen. I've been hearing them berating all day. She basically takes on this more deep and furious voice that you haven't heard, and she gains her composure once more. Sorry, excuse me. I've been hearing them complaining all day, and I would like for them to stop. So, if you might, take one of them on your journey, and I'll be in my room. Good luck, safe travels. I believe Petra, the baker's woman, already gave you what I sent her to give you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll be taking a nap. She looks at the floor, kind of static. I'll be taking a nap. And she goes away. She skips away. And the man on the right of her, you heard the woman. Go now. Take one of the council members and leave for the Silverberg Woods.
Alright, we shall go. So, Raven, which one will you want to choose?
Well, that little Daniel sure seems like the enthusiastic type, but I think Valentine would serve us better.
You seem Valentine. High Elf John Wizard. Well, you might be right. I mean, Antoine is an elder barbarian. I'm pretty interested on having a bit more muscle, but since we can have a wizard, yeah, we can learn about more of the surroundings instead of fighting animals.
Indeed.
Alright, so we're taking Valentine.
You're taking Valentine?
Yes.
You guys go outside and you head there, and you can go ask for her aid now. You can go towards her.
Alright, so Valentine, you're coming with us?
Huh? She looks at you and closes her books. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, well, Lord Ash sent us an expedition, and she made us talk.
She asked us to take one of you council members with us.
He asked you to take one of us. Oh, bad time. This is a good opportunity for you to learn. She looks at Daniel and basically winces at him. He just shuts up and keeps reading his book. She looks back at you guys. And Lord Ash asked for this.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, I guess I cannot
Look
say
at it this
anything
way.
else.
You'll have some time to be away from Daniel.
And I'll have some time to die on those woods. Alright. She stands up and heads closer to you guys. Let's make this quick, I guess.
All right. We shall
On
head
we go.
directly to the woods.
Guys, go down the stairs. You go down the entrance of the citadel and you meet with Rucker. You guys done? That's excellent. What did she tell you?
Well, we're going to some woods, she called us. I think Raven knows specifically the place because he was really sure about it. I still don't know where these woods are located.
Oh,
but yeah.
the woods. She could be talking about the Silver Bell Woods, which is where we get our resources from. Alright, I have the location. You guys just board the carriage and I will take you there. And you guys go in the carriage with Valentine on the back of the carriage as he hits the horses, and you guys are on your way to the Silver Bell Woods. You guys leave the city and are now on the meadowy paths towards these woods. You guys can talk to each other. You guys can have a moment to know each other and even talk with Valentine if you wish, or amongst each other.
Valentine, what's your experience in battle?
Huh? You talking to me?
Yes.
My experience in battle. She puts her finger on her shin. I guess I shoot my arrow and pop some eyes and hunt some animals. I guess I have some experience. If that's what you're asking?
Oh, being in killing?
In killing?
Yeah, because you're talking about popping eyes.
Yeah, I have killed before. Hasn't everyone done this around these parts?
I mean, I haven't.
Harsh world.
Well, if it's
alright,
new
so
to
Raven
you,
also. Alright, I think Raven and you are gonna go quite well here.
maybe. Anyways, what am I supposed to expect from you guys? What are you, some kind of muscle man and a rich, spoiled kid?
I'm not a muscle guy. I'm trying to be a medic. Meanwhile, Raven here is a novel. So yeah, we are
Well, if
by
you
doing.
see me as a spoiled kid, well, there's
Oh.
that. I only care about what I think of myself.
Playing the smart-ass card. That's fine. I guess I'll just help you with what I can, and after that I'm back to the Citadel and you guys are back to your merry way home. She just sighs and reclines with both her hands on the back of the carriage and closes her eyes. Now, if you'll
Valentine,
excuse
but you shouldn't be like that.
Huh? What do
You shouldn't be like that. Like, we're trying to add you in this adventure, and you know, this guy's you're just trying to make you also feel good about yourself because, yeah, we're going to take you on this quest that Ash sent us.
I'm following Ash's order. It's a mission, it's not an adventure. So, we treat it like a mission, and that's it. I'm just here to follow instructions.
And I'm just here to follow Ash's instructions too, but yeah, I'm trying to look the positive way through it.
Give the lass a break. She's obviously not used to it.
She just turns around, puts her hands on her face, and just stays there taking a nap, basically.
All right. So, Raven, Like, I know I've been talking too much lately, but yeah, I'm just trying to get to know you, man.
Well, there's really not much else to know. I'm a noble, and that's pretty much it.
But any family members? Anything in particular that happened to you? I mean, my father is a. I had a brother, a mother, and well, my mother died, my brother left, and my father disappeared for two
Family, then?
months.
Well, I do have a mother and a father, both high nobles in the city, really loving people, even if they're a bit harsh sometimes. I also have a little sister, which she's annoying, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I was the little brother, but yeah.
Guys,
Sadly,
he interrupts you suddenly, Roger. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're entering the Silverbell Woods right now. You guys enter. You see as the carriage enters across two arched trees into this dark, basically dark woods, only illuminated by what appears to be glowing orchids on the floor. But the rest of your surrounding is obscure. So you guys go inside. Alright, sorry, keep talking, yeah. I just wanted to warn you guys.
I mean, it's okay. Raven, well, my family was like, yeah, they eventually everyone just guard inside of Star City, but yeah, I don't want to follow that. I don't know if you catch me.
About that, like I told you, it's curious that a dragonborn like you isn't interested at all in fighting. How come?
Well, my father, since I was little, he was always involved in this commanding and everything, and never paid attention to what life really matters. So I always wanted to become a doctor since when my mother died, she died of an illness. So basically, I decided to quit trying to be a guard and decided to become a doctor. So people like my mother can't suffer the same consequences that happen. But since I wanted to quit being a guard, well, my father basically taught me the arts of the sword. But I wasn't interested, if you know what I mean. But yeah, since my mother died and my father was always missing, I decided to skip being a guard and just wanted to become a doctor.
Suddenly, you hear a little from the woods, from inside the woods. Little laughter, moving,
You heard
and
that?
bushes rustling around.
Yes, I did.
I need you guys to throw me for perception.
Oh, God. My perception is so bad at this. 13.
13. That's
Which is not
actually
quite right.
that's 13 and 17. That actually saves you both. You guys just succeed, and suddenly you start hearing even more louder this kind of a feral or bestial laughing, and the bushes rustling. As suddenly from the bushes you quickly identify from your left and your right these two hyenas that jump from the bushes towards you guys, about to launch themselves and basically claw themselves at you guys. I need you to throw me a dexterity save on advantage because you guys identified these creatures and saw them on time. So each one of you, as these two hyenas jump from the bushes,
Dexterity?
dexterity saving throw in advantage, so you can throw it in advantage two times. Oh, your dexterity is -1, right? So you can throw it again because you have advantage.
Please, life.
Ooh, you succeed. That's a natural 20. So, yes, that's a natural 20. That's our first natural 20, and I'm gonna give you for that something. Let's wait till Revan throws his dexterity saving throw. Oh, where is it? Here it is. Did you throw it? There we go. So that is a 13. Oh, by 1, it doesn't succeed, Revan. So, but as Baxter, you see this hyena jump your way. You grab him by the chest and bolt him all the way back and throw it to the other side of the road. And as you're about to see the other hyena claw Revan, who basically loses his focus for a second, you push him to the side too and drop him to the other side of the road, taking the 2 hyenas out of the way and blocking danger from Revan also. And you guys see as this hyenas organize himself. Rocker stops the carriage. What's going on back there?
Raven, are you okay?
I guess.
Suddenly
What?
Valentine wakes up. Huh? What? I leave you guys for a second, and this is what happens. She takes her bow out and gets into position as she jumps out of the carriage and in front of the hyenas. Come on, guys, get ready. Don't just stay there and watch. She gets her bow ready.
I knew that was gonna happen, so I pulled my sword out to strike against the hyenas.
Yes, you take your sword out. You get off the carriage slowly, and you stand aside Valentine with your sword on hand. And Revan, you also take. You're gonna take your daggers?
I take them.
Alright, you're gonna take your daggers out, and you basically jump off the carriage on the other side of Valentine. As you guys see 2 more hyenas that come from the bushes and stand aside these other 2 hyenas and are basically surrounding you guys. And I need you to throw me for initiative as we start this battle. I'm gonna throw the hyenas as a pack, so I'm gonna use them as a pack, so they will all go the same way.
I got a natural 10.
I got a natural 1.
Alright.
So this hyenas will go last. Good. Yeah. Holy smokes.
Oh!
You got a natural 20. You go first. You go first. And I'm gonna throw for Valentine. I almost forgot. So Valentine got a 14. So I'm gonna put it here. If somebody can put it on the order. All right. So first of all, Revan, you can attack first.
I do it. Sneak attack.
Sneak attack. They're already. Do me a stealth because these hyenas are surrounding you guys, and you can attempt to hide as their focus is not necessarily on you. So do me a stealth to see if you actually hide successfully, and I'll do a perception for the hyenas as a pack. I'm using them as a pack.
120, right?
120. That's right. So that's gonna be an 11. Let's see if they spot you. That's a natural 15. So they do see you. You can't hide as these hyenas are focused on you. So you can charge straight ahead of them. You can use any long range attacks, but you cannot hide at this moment.
I throw my daggers.
So you throw your dagger at both of them. You're gonna throw both of them at one hyena, or how are you gonna do it?
1 each.
So 1 each. You choose 2 hyenas to attack the ones in front of you. You throw it. So throw me 2 d20s to see if they actually land on them. Oh, these hyenas don't have that many hit points, so you guys are good. You guys are gonna be good at this. I hope. So you got one of them misses and one of them hits. You got a 4 and a 16, and adding your pluses, you basically got a 7 and a 19. So one of them hits, one of them doesn't. So you throw one dagger, and the hyena basically grabs it with her mouth and throws it away with her jaws and throws it away. And the other one landed as it lands on the chest. Throw me for damage, and basically cuts a wound open on the hyena's chest.
Damage.
Yes, your damage of your daggers. Oh, drop my dice. Only 1d4 plus 3.
So basically, we are right now in the middle of a carriage battle.
Yes. That's a 4. You land as I said, you cut a wound open, but this hyena basically stands his ground shaky as he now has his full attention on you. It's, you gonna do something else? Or that's your turn?
And my turn.
End your turn, as that's all you can do basically, and it's Valentine's turn, if I believe. Yes, it's Valentine's turn. See, not a bad shot, She aims her. She gets back, jumps back basically. Okay, let me put the figures here. 60 feet away from you guys, so she goes away from your sight basically, and she aims her bow and arrow as this hyena. She just sprints away, dashes away. 40 feet, sorry, 40 feet, and that 40 feet distant from the hyenas. Throws her bow and arrow, and let's see if she hits. It's a 15, she does hit, and she's aiming at the one you had hurt before, Revan. So she's gonna throw for damage here. 1d8.
Alright.
And she gets 2. Her bow and arrow, her arrow pierces through the wound you already had left open, and it cuts it even more open. It basically makes him gush out blood from that wound to the floor, and the hyena just falls to the floor, and there it remains dead. So one of the hyenas is out. It is Baxter's turn.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. So I try to focus on the hyenas I have in front.
Yeah, you have basically you have you were in the left side, so you have 2 of them in front of you right now.
All right. So I try to focus on one of them, because well, basically both of them are focused on me, right?
Yeah, yes, both of them are focused on you. The third one that is not in front of you is focused on Revan right now.
All right. So I try to like maintain these 2 over me, rather than falling to Raven. So what I do is I try to charge at both of them.
Okay.
Not at the same time, but I try like to maintain that
Yes.
attention.
All right. So you go. You're gonna approach them completely.
Yes. So
Alright.
I'm gonna try and do the. I'm gonna charge them. Let me see if the if one of them, like, I'm trying to aim like the one that's, I don't know. You choose which one I can hit.
You
first,
can hit the one
because-
on your front, and you have one on your left, your nearest left, and one on
The
your
front?
The front one. All right. You charge at that one. What are you gonna do?
All right. So I'm gonna with the short sword. I'm gonna strike it.
So you take your short sword, you basically put it upwards, charge the hyena, making a thrust, and let's see if it hits.
19.
That definitely hits the hyena. You pierce it just on its neck, and you stab its sword on it. Let's see that damage.
Let me see that damage.
See that damage.
See the damage.
For your
Lot
short
of
sword, it's
It's
gonna
a lot of damage.
a lot of damage. It's gonna be 1d6 plus 2.
1d6 plus 2.
Ooh, after you pierce your sword on the hyena's throat, you take it out, but on a sway manner that it cuts it open and cuts the hyena in half basically, and just makes all of its organs fall to the floor, and it falls on top of them, and you basically just step back and sway your soul in the air, trying to clear that blood.
Oh, disgusting!
And that hyena is out. It is.
Oh god! And I tried like to while do that, and like I'm trying to raise my shield on the other hand. So
Yeah, you turn around
Listen.
and you raise your shield at it like, come at me, I'm ready. And now it's the hyena's turn. So the one on your that's now in front of you, Baxter, is gonna try to attack you. It gets 16. Let's see how much. A natural 16. Let's see how much it's added to its attack. Ooh, it gets at 17. So that doesn't hit. As that hyena launches towards you, you
Is
have
it
your
like
shield up.
all right, yeah.
So basically, you push it with your shield backwards as it clangs on top of it and just stays back where it was. Now the one in front of Revan's gonna try to attack Revan. So that hyena charges at you, moving in a very erratic way. It's gonna try to hit. It gets a 15, 16 with its modifier. Does it hit? 16?
Bunch of feet.
16.
16?
Armor
Yeah, it got a
class is-
16.
It hits.
It hits, so it's gonna do some damage to you. Let's see how much he gets. he basically claws you on your shoulder as it takes his hand and just claws you, basically tearing some skin and making you bleed a little. And you take two damage.
2 damage.
You take 2 damage, and it push it away and grab your shoulder as you keep staring at this hyena. Now it's your turn once more. Revan.
I attack the hyena and then.
You attack the hyena again. This time you can attack it with your short bow or your short sword, or the orb you had received from your father. Either one of this will do the trick.
I use the orb.
You take the orb out. As you take it out, this the wisp starts like shaking around inside the orb, and you hold it forward, and from it, it starts brightening up, and from it, it's expelled a little ray of embers towards the hyena. Let's see if it hits. Throw me for a 1d20 to hit. Plus your plus. Let's see here. I'll tell you the plus right now. It is plus 1. So you
1d20
are
plus
not
1.
still, yeah, 1d20 plus 1. You're not still proficient with this, so it's just gonna be a plus 1.
That's 7.
It doesn't hit as it is expelled towards the hyena. The hyena just jumps out the way, and the embers basically crash against the tree, completely tearing it in half, and the tree falls down. And the hyena just laughs at you and keeps staring at you. It is Valentine's turn. He looks at you. Let me show you how it's done, kid. She takes her bow back, throws the arrow. It doesn't hit. It doesn't hit. So the hyena looks at the arrow quickly, and it jumps out of the way once more, and the arrow just gets stuck on the grass where the hyena was, and she's like, I definitely meant to do that. She takes another arrow, and now it's Baxter's turn.
Princess.
Now it's Baxter's turn.
So I'm gonna dash towards the hyena that tried to hit me, and I'm gonna attack it.
So right now, Baxter and the hyena are basically 5 feet from each other. You are now entering the hyena's radius. You are flanking, so you have advantage on your attack. So how are you gonna attack it?
So I'm gonna use my short sword again.
Alright, perfect. So do me a 2d20 and a d20 in advantage of 2d20 since you're flanking it.
2d20. This is advantage. 33.
That hits. That hits at 17 plus your sword modifier, which hits. Throw me for damage.
Too much. Let me see if I kill this guy.
Let's see.
Please. 3.
That is a 3, and it had received already some damage, and this hyena, oh no, it's still standing as you take your sword and basically slash it on the side. The hyena just tries to jump out of the way, so it gets wounded on that side, and you don't manage to finish it off. It is the hyena's turn. It turns around towards you, Baxter, now that it saw you, and it's just gonna go ahead and try and do a bite at you. So let's see if it hits. It got a natural 20. It got a natural 20, so that will be double damage. So that's a critical hit. Let me see how much it gets. Don't worry, this hyenas don't pack that much damage. Let's see.
A tiny. Oh,
That is 3. So he got a 4. He gets a -1. That's a 3. That's 6 damage towards you.
Oh,
as it bites basically on your chest, and its teeth are stuck on you. You try to take it off like, ugh, and it's just like trying to grip harder as it's stirring some flesh, and you start seeing blood drip down your chest, and it's just there stuck until you finally manage to pull it off your chest, and the hyena just starts laughing at you like, and it's just there.
Oh Lord!
It is Revan's turn once more.
I attack again.
With your short sword.
Yes.
So do me a 1d20 plus 4 to see if it hits.
good. It's not good.
4?
I have a hole in my chest.
That's what?
A4? 1d20
1d20 plus 4.
plus-
That's right.
Right.
A 10.
10.
Let's see. 10. Humble 10. Doesn't hit. So you try to
Bad time. Just killing one.
just kill it. Just the last one. Just the last one. So you try to aim at it, and the hyena jumps out of the way and keeps laughing. And you just have your sword basically stuck to the grass and take it away. Once more. It is Valentine's turn. So she's like, now I got it. She basically charges her bow and throws the arrow once more. No way, Jose. She got 7 plus 4. She missed by 1!
So
Oh my.
like she. Oh my god, we're gonna
She
lose.
puts her bow down. She puts it basically back on her chest and just rushes without any expression and without saying anything. She rushes towards you guys, and she's now 30 feet away from you guys. No, she's 20 feet. She approached you guys by 20 feet. So she got close and she's silent. She's not saying anything after she failed for the second time. It is Baxter's turn.
Oh god, so in pain and agony for having a hole in my chest.
Yes, that's true.
So what I do is I attack once more with the grass. You know, like I'm technically bleeding out. So I once more try and hit that hyena.
Take your sword out, and you are stumbling a little bit around, but you try and aim at it, and you swing. Let's see if it hits. 1d20 plus 4. Please, man. Please. This thing is about to die, but you're about to fall too.
Plus 4. That's plus
Yeah.
4. I'm sorry.
120 plus 4. What
It's
happened?
not- it's not-
Oh,
it's not
you
loading.
forgot the.
Oh! Wait, sorry.
That's
1d20 plus. Oh!
That's a natural 20. How do you want to finish it? It had 1 life, so you're gonna kill it anyways. How do you want to finish it?
My god! I'm just gonna stab it in the face.
So Baxter, as you see the hyena in front of you, you flip your sword forward and you just stab it on his forehead as that thing keeps laughing in your face. You make it shut up.
Once that happens, can I just choose another turn and just drink the bottle and
The potion?
like just drink it like desperately, like just drink the potion.
Yes. You basically take the sword out, and the hyena falls flat, dead, and you sheath your sword once more. You take a bottle out and you start drinking it. You heal for 1d4 plus your constitution, so you can throw that and see how much you heal. And the battle is done.
1d plus my constitution.
2d.
Oh my god, this
I'll-
is so.
I'll check with you real quick.
Okay, so I healed 12.
12? Wait, how much did you... Oh no, 1d4, not 1d20. 1d4. 1d4.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the potion heals 1d4 plus your constitution, which is 1. And you heal that.
D4 plus 1. Alright.
Yep.
5.
So you heal 5. You heal 5, that takes you...
So I got 8.
5
At least
health
the whole just healed a bit.
Yes. So you take it... You have 2 potions remaining on you, so you just wasted 1. Well, you used 1, not wasted, you really needed it. And Valentine just picks up one of her bolts that was on the floor that wasn't damaged. She puts it back on her holster and she's like, on her quiver, and she's like, alright, that's done. Now let's get back on the carriage.
Jesus.
Good job out there, muscle man. She basically gives you the thumbs up, mockingly.
This was. What just happened?
This was gruesome.
Feral animals. Didn't Lord Ash mention it? She basically gift chugs at you and mounts the
She
carriage.
didn't mention these fast animals.
Suddenly,
I have a hole in my damn chest.
suddenly,
How?
once again from the woods, this time you hear it's very, very
not
silent.
again.
I need you guys to throw me another perception. I'm gonna throw for Valentine too. She gets a natural 18, so she notices it.
Perception. 11. Damn it.
11 makes it. 8
Oof.
8 doesn't. So Baxter and
I think Raven can't see it since his
Raven, you heard
soul.
it. You heard it. He heard it. He notices it, but he can't. You can recognize where that growl is coming from.
No, because he's hurt. He's hurt. Raven is hurt.
And then you, Valentine quickly gets out of the carriage once more, and she's like, "All right, something else here." She starts looking around. Right, you heard it too, right? She asks you guys. You guys hear the
Yes.
growling
Yes,
louder.
I heard it. Can we just do the carriage a bit faster so we just can...
Carriage is fully on stop. You want to board and run from that thing?
What do you think, Raven? Should we leave? Or should we fight?
You start hearing the
I'm
bushes
not in my
rustling
best shape
faster.
after those hyenas, so
I mean,
Let's go some
Lord
fishing.
Ash didn't warn us about this. You should just head back and prepare for this battle. I wasn't expecting such wildness.
then again,
Baxter.
we're already here.
I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw in advantage because you didn't notice it.
What? A 1d20?
2d20 and advantage dexterity.
Oh, jeez. 2d20.
16 makes it. So as you suddenly are talking with Revan and Valentine about leaving from the bushes, a figure launches itself towards you guys, towards Baxter specifically. But Baxter, you turn around quickly and you jump out of the way. And in front of you guys, raising some dust from the floor, basically gains composure with his shoulders. A jaguar stands.
Oh no!
Once more, roll me for initiative.
No!
We're gonna throw for the jaguar. He gets a.
16.
He gets a. All right. All right. I can't say it, but he got not a good one, not a too good one. How much did you get?
I got a 16.
All right, 16.
You get a 12.
12. So I'm gonna throw for Valentine. She gets a 17. So Valentine is Valentine. All right. So Valentine goes first. She looks at the jaguar, and she just stumbles back and basically bumps against the carriage. But she shakes his head and takes her dagger out and launches at the jaguar. Let's see if she hits. She got a natural 1. God damn. So
Oh god.
as she jumps at
Valentine, you're back.
As
What
she-
the- what happened?
as she jumps at the jaguar jumps out of the way and she gets her little dagger stuck to the dirt. She's trying to get it out, and now she's basically restrained there. She can't move unless she lets go, and the jaguar just starts
Fine,
surrounding
I'll
her. It's your
I'll
turn,
use
Baxter.
I'll use my attack. Fire breath.
Ooh,
I mean-
you're gonna hit Valentine though if that hits the. But Valentine, all right, you're gonna hit Valentine. Will you risk it?
Damn.
Because your thing, it's like a cone. It's just gonna spread like a cone. It's strong, but it's gonna hit Valentine at the moment.
I mean, I don't want to kill Valentine, so I could try to just hold it since I figured out that Valentine can get hurt. So I choose my short sword.
So you charge at it 5 feet from it, and you're gonna try.
I
strike.
Exactly. I'm gonna strike the jaguar.
Let's see if it hits.
Oh god, oh god, oh
Oh, you basically strike your sword at the jaguar, but the jaguar once again jumps out of the way and you bang the sword against the dirt, and he dodged it completely. And he's now on the other side behind Valentine, who's still trying to get her dagger out of the floor that's stuck. Now it is the jaguar's turn, and it sees Valentine with vicious eyes. And he's gonna try to bite her. See if that hits. She's in disadvantage because she's restrained right now, so he has advantage. Do a bite.
So he's gonna try and bite Valentine.
She's gonna try and bite Valentine.
So I'm gonna use with my shield try and.
You're 5 feet away from her, and I did give you the feat of defense right now, so you can try and stand and take that for her.
I'm gonna try and.
So now the jaguar will roll normally because you stand on the way of Valentine in front of her as the jaguar pounces at her. Let's see, he gets a 19 to hit. So
Oh god.
you stand in front of it, and the jaguar throws himself. You try to raise your shield, but as the jaguar just basically uses his paw to get the shield out of the way, and he bites you once again on the chest and the injury you once had. Let's see how much damage he gets. Where's my one? Where is it? Oh no, I have lost it. Here it is. Here it is. Oh shoot. That's gonna be 5 damage.
Oh god.
As he basically bites you once more on the chest and takes away some flesh and basically retracts back of you away from you guys. He's at 20 feet away from you guys, and Valentine still looks at you. She says, "Thank you. I'm sorry." And she tries to she's still trying to take her dagger out of the dirt. It is out of the floor, out of the ground. It is whose turn? It is Revan's turn.
I tried to attack.
Close range or long range? How are you gonna do?
From behind.
I do close range.
So this time around the jaguar's not basically he's not too focused on you, Revan. Right now he's too distracted with Baxter and Valentine, so you can attempt to hide and use.
I try to use negative.
All right, then throw me a stealth to hide.
Oh god. I'm bleeding out.
How much hit points do you have?
I have 3. I'm gonna die.
Well, you can heal yourself. That's an action. All right, let's see if the jaguar spots you. That doesn't spot you, so you can hide. You succeed in hiding, and you can now go around the bushes, and you can reach the jaguar from behind. Since you're in range to do that, you can reach the jaguar from behind. And now, I believe, let me tell you real quick, because I believe that hiding was an action. I'll tell you real quick. Yeah, hide was your action, so you can't attack now until your next turn, since that was your action. So you are now behind the jaguar, hidden. He can't see you, and it is Valentine's turn once more. So she takes her blade out and she takes it out and basically stumbles back, and she's like, "I'm not gonna do that again." She stands up, and alright, takes her bow out once more, and from behind you, Baxter, she aims at the jaguar, throws her arrow.
Please stay.
Let's see if that hits. Let me see the jaguar's armor class. That hits, and let's see for how much it hits. Let's see for how much it hits. Alright. Oh boy. It is a 5. It is a 5. So she hits for 5. The arrow pierces right on the jaguar's shoulder. Makes it tumble back, and Valentine basically says, "Yes, finally got him." And now it's Baxter's turn.
Oh god. I'm gonna use my potion since I'm bleeding out of the floor.
I rule it this way. Potions are bonus actions. It's supposed to be an action completely, but potions are your bonus action. So you can use an action afterwards, but you can't use a bonus action now.
So while she was aiming her arrow, I mean, I don't know if I can do this. Like, she was aiming her arrow, and like I was already drinking this potion. Let me try and self. I'm gonna die. It's 1d4 plus 2?
Plus 1. You had 1 constitution.
Okay,
So you heal 4. You heal 4. You have, how much you have now? 7, right?
I have 7.
You're at 7, alright.
So what I'm gonna do is, since she aimed and she like hit the jaguar, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna try and with the short sword slash his face.
So you go charging towards the jaguar once more, and with your with your short sword on hand, and you swing at it. Let's see if it hits. It doesn't hit. It's a 6, natural 6. So you try and swing at it, and the jaguar just catches the sword on his teeth, and basically starts pushing you with the short sword. So you're just struggling to get it off, but you finally get it off, and the jaguar it's staring at you once more. It is the jaguar's turn.
Oh no!
You really are flanking this guy, and this guy gets his turn after you. So this is why he attacks you, Baxter. So he will try to attack you because you're the one in front of him, and and Revan is hidden. He has a plus. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now. He has a plus. Cause I'm a little forgetful with this. He has a +5 to hit. He gets a 20. Not natural. Worry, not natural. That's not gonna be a critical, but he gets a 20 total. So let's see for how much. Don't fall. That is a 6 damage.
Oh my god, I have 1 HP.
So he bites once more in your chest. He's very focused on your chest, and he bites one more now on the now on the basically the not the skin, but the flesh that's showing on your chest. He bites one more, and he starts breaking through your muscles themselves as he starts biting and basically swallowing your flesh. And his mouth is now covered with blood that drips down from his chin. So it is Revan's turn. You're very weak,
hidden,
Baxter.
right?
You're basically tumbling and almost blurry as you stand in front of the jaguar. Your vision's blurry. It's your turn, Revan. You're hidden. You have a sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
So you attack with your short sword, right?
Yep.
And you jump from the bushes and let's see if it hits. You have advantage. So that's 1d20 plus 4, right? 20 plus 5, actually. You get plus 5.
+5.
Yeah.
Ghost.
Here we go. Let's see. That hits. That hits, and you get to throw with your sneak attack. You get to throw 1d6 plus 3, and you get to throw after that with your sneak attack. I'll tell you right now. Give me a sec. You get to throw another 1d6 damage at him.
Alright, so what it was?
You throw a 1d6 plus 3.
I'm gonna die.
No,
I'm
Baxter.
suffering in the corner.
So that's a 9. That's a lot of damage. That's a 9. And throw me a 1d6. That's true. It could have been 2d6 plus 3. Yeah, that's true. Throw me another 1d6.
Without the plus.
Without the modifier, yeah. Oh, come on. Alright, 6. So how do you want to finish it?
I behead the jaguar.
As you jump out of the bushes, you, with your short sword, you jump in front of Baxter, and as you see Baxter, that's basically tumbling with a big open wound on his chest. You push him a little bit back. You stand in front of the jaguar, and you slice upwards as you completely take away the jaguar's head and it falls rolling on the floor, and the jaguar just falls flat on the ground.
Can I just fall from the ground for a bit?
You fall on
Oh my
your
God.
butt on the ground. You're panting, holding your chest as it's bleeding out. You have one
And
potion
I have
remaining,
to
Baxter.
I have to use one.
You
potion.
have to
Wow.
use your last potion.
I have to. This is obligated.
You also have your
Well,
healing
alright.
abilities as a paladin
Let's-
that you can use.
I use 4. I have 5 lives right now.
You got 4?
Yeah.
Alright, you get
I'm
5.
trying not to use my paladin ability too much for now. So.
Alright. So you basically heal up a little bit. That wound when you take that potion kind of seals poorly, as you still see some blood kind of dripping down. You put
Okay,
you put a
so-
cloth to it to put some pressure and seal it completely.
So okay, so if I do that, since it's a bonus action, can like use my ability?
You
then?
can use anything now because you're out of combat. You've already succeeded. You can
Okay,
use
so
what you
let
want.
me just use my ability. I don't know to actually use it, but I use my ability of healing myself.
How much? How much do you heal for? You can heal up to 5 points, but after you use those
Nice.
5 points, you're out. You can heal with that ability no more.
Oh, I
You gotta
won't
distribute
use
those
that.
points. You got 5 points. That's like a pool. You gotta distribute it.
Okay, so I won't use it. It's okay. It's okay.
You won't use it at all?
No, because a long rest.
All right.
Well, I mean, if it's the end of the battle,
It is the
I
end.
just hold it. I mean, okay, so I just use my 5. It's okay.
Okay. So you stand up with the help of Revan and board once more the carriage as you guys get away from there as fast as you can before something else shows up. And Rocker just hits the horses, and the horses are full throttle to where you guys are heading. And Valentine is worried now, and she's like, "These animals are much more feral than what Lord Ash described. Did you see their eyes? Those were not normal eyes. And I know a jaguar is supposed to be aggressive, but that jaguar, those hyenas, it seems like they were being possessed by something."
It didn't
Just
sound natural.
this wasn't normal. We should report back. I don't feel like we're gonna survive.
Rocker
I'm-
from...
I'm-
Mhm.
I'm a lot of potions, and I'm tired, and I just
Rocker,
and
Rocker from the front of you guys just stares at you and says, "Don't worry, Mr. Achor. We're really close to the Silver Bell town, so once we get there, the people of the woods can help you heal up. Don't worry, we're almost there. Just have your eyes peeled for any more creatures."
I just want to rest. My ability, yeah, I just need to rest. It's okay.
You rest your head on the side of the carriage, and you guys are full throttle towards the Silver Bell Woods town. So once you guys reach there, as you guys are heading forward, you see this beautiful lakes with what appears to be wisps of light floating around. There are wisps of light that produce blue light and give a really precious reflection from these rivers that are going through these parts of the woods. On top, as you guys stare up, you see houses made of wood, structures made of wood, connected by bridges around the canopy of the trees, in which you see people that appear to be elves, wearing clothes of leather, walking around, staring down at you guys. Some shouting, some going down ropes to meet you guys as you guys stop in the middle of this runger, as various elves just go down to assist you guys. And one of them, they start approaching you, and you start hearing shattering, scattered chattering as they start staring at you guys like some kind of animals from the zoo. And Valentine just starts like swaying around. "This is not a show. Where's your elder?" And she just asks.
We came from Star City from the Lord Ash, and we just faced those feral beasts on the forest. And yeah, it wasn't. We know this is an urgent mission.
You hear some gasps from the people when you mention those feral beasts. Don't worry, scatter around, scatter around. You see this little old man with a cane walking towards the carriage. Let's see, big man. Yes, an open chest wound. He bangs his cane on the floor. Nothing I can't take care of. Come on, bring him to my hut. I'll be sure to take care of him there. He just starts walking away. He has a long green tunic, and he starts climbing a rope with the help of the other elven people, and he invites you to come upwards with him. So will you guys follow him?
We follow.
You guys go ahead and follow the old man towards his wooden hut. You guys climb all the way up there, and as you enter, you see a lot of brewery in this hut. A lot of little elven people. Just what appear to be kids, some adults, and some what appear to be elven guards. Some elves just holding spears, and just on the backs of the room, you see a big wooden throne there, where the man takes Baxter to his breweries, basically. And he sits you down on a chair, and he says, what will be? Oh, yes, I have a potion here for you. Here you go. Drink this up, kid. And he basically bangs it against your chest, making you hurt a little and just cringe from the hurt. And you take it, and can't drink another potion, Baxter. This will be sure to assist you.
I have another potion now?
Yeah, you have another potion that he just gave you.
Okay, so I'll take it then. I don't want to drink it since I have 10 and I'm only missing one life.
Yeah. All right, then you have your 10, and he gave you another potion, and you have it on your pockets. He sits down on his throne and basically signal you guys to come closer. He's like, "Come along now, get closer." You guys approach him in front of his throne. Lord Ash must have sent you here, right? You must be that dragonborn man and the noble of the Endor family. And you, he looks at Valentine. She didn't say anything about you. She just looks at him and, I am Valentine Star. I'm with the council. Oh, the council. Great. Then you can start hearing all my complaints. I bet you guys heard about the feral animals, about the resources running low. He asks you guys.
Oh, God.
Yes.
It seems you've encountered them, actually. He looks at Baxter. Well,
Yes, we did.
started happening a few days ago. The animals of the forest are usually docile. They don't attack if they're not provoked. But it emanated from the cavern, a weird spike in energy. The main cavern where we get our resources from. Allow me to introduce myself. How rude of me. I am Winston Felter. I am the elder of this here, our woods town. And yes, we supply the Star City with resources. That's how it's worked for a while now. But we are not fighting people. No, not at all. And going into these caverns, we have lost a lot of our elvens people. So we ask you humbly to visit the caverns and help us with this trouble.
Once we take a rest, we'll do it.
Of course, you can take a rest. There's a lot of rooms available here at my hut. My hut is your hut. But before that, I want to introduce you to someone. I see you're not capable of dealing with this. I don't want to say you're not capable. Excuse me. You're maybe not suited completely to deal with all of this by yourselves. I have someone that could help you. He basically claps his hand. One of the Elben's guards approaches him. Sylvian, can you get me Silver Moon? He's like, Silver Moon, he's by the pond. You'll know where to find him. And he's like, right. He leaves the hut. He'll just take a few minutes. Please, make yourselves at home. There's some rooms to the right. You can rest there, and when you're ready, visit the Great Cavern, please. Take care of our problem. He just dismisses you. So you guys can go outside. You guys can go to the rooms. You guys can do what you wish. What do you wish? How do you wish to proceed?
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna sit and rest. I'm
So-
tired.
Revan, as you're walking towards the room on the right, you see Valentine approaches you, taps you by the shoulder. Hey, I'm sorry I made you step in front of me like that. I just lose focus when I'm in those kind of situations. I just wanted to say sorry. And thank you.
There ain't no trouble at all. I understand your situation completely. It's only nothing.
Well, thank you, Revan, and thank you, Baxter. I'll be outside taking a breather. You guys can rest or do whatever you want. Once you guys are ready, just call me out. And she turns around and heads
Alright.
towards the exit of the hut. Baxter, you're gonna take a rest. Revan, what are you gonna do? You're gonna take a rest with Baxter, or what are you gonna do?
I head to one of the rooms and I take a rest there.
So you both head into a separate room just beside one another, and you guys lay flat on the bed and take a short rest of about 2 to 3 hours. So you can take your short rest. Revan, you can take your short rest, and Baxter, you can take your short rest. This will basically go ahead. I haven't told you this, but you will see on your D&D Beyond name drop page, you will see short rest. And you can click on that and take your short rest.
Right? It doesn't end me, but
So basically, when taking a short rest, you can decide if to heal yourself. And if you do, you can do it one time with a dice of 10. But once you do it that one time, you will have to wait till a long rest to recover that healing for the short rest. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself correctly, but you will understand further on as we do it.
okay.
So you guys take this rest, and suddenly you hear a
Right.
knocking on the room. You specifically, Baxter, that you were on the first room. You're knocking after 3 hours have transcurred, and you just wake up and hear the knocking on your room.
What is this? I just go and check.
You open the
Obviously,
door.
I'm not prepared. Like I'm not wearing armor, nor I had no weapons. But I'm just
That's fine. Yeah.
checking who it is.
You open the door, and the elder standing there with his hands on his back.
Ah, good morning, Sleeping Beauty. See you rested well?
Well, yeah. I mean, I could rest more, but
I wanted to introduce you. Where's your other friend? Ah, alright, I go look for him.
El Severa. He knocks on your room, Revan.
Alright.
So you answer the door.
Hello.
You open it, and
Alright, come you two. I want to introduce you as well. Come, both of you.
he just takes you guys to where the throne room was. And in front of you stand Silver Moon. You can describe yourself.
Well, you can see a young man. Like you already know, most people here are elf. With a collar, a necklace, I mean, with a black pearl, a gray to black leather vest with a blue pants and silver hair.
So you guys see this elf standing in front of you, and the elder approaches him.
This is Silver Moon. But I shouldn't be the one speaking. Come on, Silver, introduce yourself to them. This will be the guys helping us in the mission.
He whispers at you, Silver Moon.
Hello, like already are older. It's a pleasure to meet both of you. But there was not a third person.
A third person? Oh, yes. The council member. Where is she? Did you guys see where she went?
Last time I seen her, she was outside.
I'll look for her.
But before I talk this Laraz, she was inside, exactly.
I'll look for her. Please, Silver Moon, explain to them a little bit about yourself and our people as I go look for the council member.
He just leaves the room looking for Valentine.
Well, to know what you to tell you things that you don't know, and not repeat the whole story that most people know. What is the thing that you want to know other than we supply to your city with different type of materials? I just wanna know what you know.
What
Alright.
else do we know about this place? To be honest, I've only heard her here and there. I don't know much about these woods.
Yeah, these woods are actually pretty unknown to me because I have never seen woods before.
Okay.
As you see
Well.
the elder come back the room and basically with Valentine following behind her.
I found her, the council member.
And she just goes on the back of Revan and Baxter. You can keep talking.
All right, so okay, so Silver, tell me more about you. Like, what do you do? What's your what do you do? Attack? What do you do?
I mean, more as a super person. I like to help people among the spoilers, having fun, and taking care of my little brother.
All right.
I don't want to interrupt, right? Valentine como que se ve un poquito nervous and she just says, but there's something I must tell you guys. If we could speak outside, all of you, including you, Silvermoon.
All right.
Show the way.
She tells you, she shows you guys outside, and you guys go down the ropes and into the rondure once more where the carriage with Rocker is, and Rocker was the one that told me, she says as he signals him. Yes, he stands out from the carriage. I was giving a little just patrolling around the area, and I did come across the cavern, and y Valentine como que le da a little fist on the shoulder. Just get to the point. Yeah, there was a strange, ominous smoke coming out from that cavern. It looked almost reddish, and it looked like it was fire coming from beneath it. I don't think these people know, but maybe that thing just caught on fire, or we should head there very quickly. If it's the resource center, then it must be in danger. He tells you guys.
Ah, here we go again.
If it's a fire, we have to go fast. It's not normal that place to get on fire. And with this creature getting out of control, I don't know if because something happened in the force, someone is doing.
Valentine. Mhm.
So God, he's there.
Valentine just turns around and she says, "That's definitely the resource center. That cavern, that's where the 100 years resource has been lying around. So we must definitely head there right now." And she just boards the carriage waiting for you guys. Come on, there's no time to waste.
I jump into the carriage.
Fine, let's go.
So you guys head.
Well, first I head to my room and pick up my stuff, and then go to the carriage because.
So you, good, right? You left your stuff there, so you say, "Wait," and you just go back running towards the elder's hut. You take your things and save them and put them on.
Do I know a shortcut to go from here to?
Yes, you might know a shortcut so to get faster into the cavern. So you board Baxter, you get ready. Revan, you already had your things, and you get on the carriage. And Silver Moon basically tells Rocker through a shortcut through the very middle of the woods that would take him faster into the cavern. What before took Rocker about an hour and a half now takes him half an hour to get there. He gets to the cavern, and this is where we're gonna leave this session of the Heroes of Nevertale. So, this is it. This was for Baxter, Revan, and Silver Moon. You got introduced for a few minutes. I'm sorry about that, but further on, we're gonna keep on this story, and we're gonna keep seeing what's in that cavern. If you have
Well, this is Baxter, Sky Sama, Alexander. This was the first episode.
And I guess we'll just see you next time.
Until the next day.
And this has
Someday.
been the first episode of the Dakthus D&D Heroes of Nevertale. Tune in next time, guys, to see what's on that cavern, what awaits Baxter, Revan, and Silver Moon, what's causing these animals to go feral, and what's lying deep within. We hope you guys tune in and find out on our next episode.
Week.
Thank you guys.